Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Suave Polo, and like you see at the bottom of this video, the climax is here. So we're gonna talk about some things that I hope you enjoy right after this intro.
Bow, copper, heights. More than the story, this the life that I chose. Bank salad, win, lose, and draw. Win, lose, and draw.
What's up, everyone? So we back, man, for that nice intro that my cousin and Stay Pro Gamer put out there for me. Man, I love those guys. Thank y'all so much. So we're here to talk about the New Year's liars. So you know those New Year's resolutions that everyone made, and they just they don't fall through all the time. And it's not because of they're not good people or whatever. I think people have different things that goes on in their life, and things happen, so you get sidetracked. So I'm gonna read out the top 10 things that people say that they're gonna do for New Year's resolution, but never fall through. Number one, lose weight and get fit. Come on now. Suave eating a cookie right now. Suave eating a cookie right now. And you no. Not this year.
He said not this year.
Well, I mean,
Quit
next
smoking.
year is starting tomorrow, so
Yeah.
you
Right.
got a lot of time.
Right. I got a lot of time to think about it, right? I could make some light changes. Stop smoking. That's number 2.
Is that for you? Oh, you doing the list?
I'm
top.
reading this list online. I just looked it up.
Well, I mean,
learn
I have
something new.
I have some thoughts on that after
Go
you're
for
done
it.
with your list.
Go for it.
Well, I'm just saying. I was just thinking it's because people try to make an ambitious goal, like
Mhm.
you know, they say like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, but they people usually think like, you know, they don't lose a pound within like a week or so, and they go, oh, okay, I'm just gonna give up. Like, this is not working. Well,
Mhm.
people are just you know, like, they should make realistic goals, like you know, like something that you can achieve, and you can say like, oh, I'm gonna run 5 miles, and then, you know, like, do half a mile, and if you could go with that, you know, start increasing your goal, things like that. I think it's just people need to just change their mindset and just, instead of just making like this big like goal they want to do, and, you know, try to work your way up to there.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna let me do this. I'm gonna read the whole list, and
Gotcha.
then I want us all, like, if something stick out to you, I want us to like talk about that.
Okay.
Because when I looked at this list, I was like, wow, that's pretty much good. You know, I see that. So learn something new is number 3. Eat healthier or diet is number 4. Number 5 is get out of debt or save money. Number 6 is spend more time with family. Number 7 is travel to new places. The next one is be less stressed. Volunteer, and then drink less. Now, I'm assuming this last one, drink less, I'm assuming it means maybe alcohol.
Yeah, it has.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe alcohol. So, I mean, if you drink less water, then
Yeah, that's not good for you.
No, this is like the list of what? The top list of things people don't follow through.
Yep. So
Yeah.
these are like top 10 New Year's resolution failures. You know,
Okay.
people
Yeah,
people say these things and they don't go all the way through with it.
Right.
You know. So let me make sure there's 10, because I feel like it was more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm the one that can't count. So but that is 10 of the top 10 of things that people say they're gonna do,
Gotcha.
New Year resolutions, and they don't follow through with it. You know, what do y'all think about that list, man? Do y'all think that's pretty accurate? I mean, maybe the order, in your own opinion, may be, but those are the things.
Yeah, I think that pretty much everything on there kind of covers pretty much a wide range of everything. I think the common lose weight, get in shape is like just so synonymous with, because you got to think about, if you did the percentage of people who are fit is definitely over outshadowed by people who aren't fit. So you're
Yeah.
always going to have, like tomorrow, I'm planning on going to the gym, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to be crowded, right? So maybe I'm going to go real early because my wife and I want to work out too. But I want to do this thing by actually going to the gym. So I bet you it's going to be like crowded. So that one sticks out the most to me out of everything because that's just the
Mm-hmm.
common. Everybody, oh, I got to eat less. Don't eat that much. I want to work out. I want to lose weight. And I think Spectre had a great point is that people, so when I work out, right? So what his point was that people pick these unrealistic expectations. And when I start working out, and I did this before, it's just, I know I call it created addiction, right? So for me, if I just go to the gym tomorrow, and I try to lift and get on a treadmill and run as fast as I did the last time I was in shape, I'm going to have a problem. One, I'm not going to be able to do it. My body isn't in that same condition. And two, it's going to be very hard. So the next time I go to the gym, it probably won't be the next day or 2 days because I like to go every other day, right? Because one, I'm going to be so sore and I'm going to be discouraged. My brain is going to be
Mm-hmm.
like, man, that was hard. You're going to do this to your body again? And I'm going to be like, oh, I want to go to the gym. But no, I'm not going to say I want to go to the gym. I'm going to say I have to go to the gym. So when I say create addiction, it's what Spectre is saying. When I go to the gym tomorrow, I might be there for 40 minutes, maybe, right? I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
make everything light. I'm going to make the weights light. I'm going to make, when I do my run, I'm probably going to do a 10-minute run. I'm not trying to run faster than 10-minute mile, right? So I'm going to make sure I was able to do it easily. So you know what that does? I'm going to leave and be like, man, that was a great workout. All right. And then my brain is going to be like, but I could have did more. So I'm going to want to go back more often. I'm not going to wait longer because I'm going to be like, oh, I could do that. That wasn't that hard. I want to do it again. So I trick myself into wanting to work out. I make my body feel like, oh, I could have did more, but I don't because I want to be able to want to do it more, if that makes sense. So that's create addiction to me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think now check out what Mr. Urbanworth said. He's pretty much saying the same thing we're saying.
One of the main goals is to follow through because every year we say our resolutions, but give up too soon. Yes, pretty much what Spectre is saying, you
Yeah.
know?
You know, I think that we take things as a job when we make these promises to ourselves, and instead of like being realistic,
Right.
you don't want to do anything that is going to be impossible for you because of I'll say it's not impossible, but you have to prepare for this stuff.
Yes.
You can't say that I want to be a millionaire and you don't know how to make more money to become one. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that you're gonna like lose weight and exercise more if you're not getting yourself ready or getting your body ready and prepared for what's to come. Because we have something that's called, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it too, Cowboy, because you work out, the wall. You know what I'm saying? So when you're working out, every person that works out in the gym, I know how to work out or anything. When you hit the wall, that's
Yeah.
like that threshold.
Yep.
You gotta push through it in order to get you at your limit. But once you pass that limit,
Right.
you're able to do more afterwards. So oh my goodness, I cannot believe, oh my goodness. Real Lady Crab, what's going on, man? This is a old time friend right here, and I cannot believe that she's right here now. Hey, this girl is all the way in Russia. I think is it Russia? I think it's Russia. Man, dude, this is like she would tell you right here because I used to play World War Z with her all the time. We started a community and everything on PlayStation. This right here is my good friend right here, man.
That's cool.
She would tell you
Nice.
firsthand, I am good at them zombies, boy.
Hey, listen, you're going to start a community on Stadia, right?
Hey, yeah, shoot,
Right.
yes,
We're gonna be
yes,
looking for you to
man.
lead the charge, man.
Say what now?
We're gonna be looking for you to lead the charge.
Oh, Germany. That's what it is. She's in Germany. I'm so sorry. It is Germany, but I'm ready to lead, man. It's a very good strategist game, man. And I'm really happy to have you here, Real Lady Craft. You know, great, man. Thank you for the compliment. I'm sure you still look nice as well. But
Biggest time I seen you smile other than that was when you met me.
bro, she is a great friend, man. She's a really good friend, real good friend, man. But back to the subject at hand. We have to understand that these things, New Year's resolution, man, don't try to make it too difficult for you. Set
Yeah.
small goals
Yep.
that's realistic,
Yep.
and follow through with that and build yourself up. You know,
Mhm.
we got our boy Mr. Urban World here. Sorry not to introduce you, but yeah, Mr. Urban World. We also got Wingstar up in this mug.
Man,
What's up, Wingstar?
Well, actually, I want to bring up a point. I was thinking, why do people wait until New Year's resolution, and why not do anything now?
so let me say something about that. My wife had reconstructive surgery on her toes, right? On her right foot, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Jack? And
What's up,
so
Jack?
this was back on September 12th, okay?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure. So, all right, whatever. It was September. And so I guess when you went to court the year before that was on September 12th for that speeding ticket or that ticket, not speeding ticket, I'm sorry, but a ticket on my birthday where your car got towed. Anyway, so too much detail. So my wife, I said, listen, when your foot get better, let's start working out. So eventually she's like, all right, cool, whatever. Her foot, the doctor said you could drive your car and everything. You know what she tell me? Let's wait the New Year's. So Spectre, you're right. Sometimes we could start today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, but let me
Yeah.
just finish real quick. We could
Yeah.
start today, but sometimes our brain is like, you know what? Let's start. So I committed to with her. I was like, you know what? Even though that was like a couple weeks ago, I wanted to start working out. I said, you know what? Then I'm gonna just say, okay, my brain is gonna say on Saturday, I'm getting up and it's on. So I'm locked. But you got a good point with that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Before we go
Thank
in
you.
even further, man, I want to bring another good friend, man. Real humble guy. Holtz, what's up, man?
What's
Do you know
up?
what, mate? I've just been watching you talk, and do you know what? My brain is the liar. I try and commit to stuff that I actually want, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, and I'm going to commit to a workout. And for some strange reason, my brain goes, no, stay in bed, ignore the alarm. And that's something that you have to fight past because,
Yeah.
you know, the brain doesn't want to do something that it finds unpleasant, but we have to do the unpleasant things for our own well-being and you know, healthiness. So I actually, in 2022, I actually want to sort of push past that and like sort of study why I don't want to do it. Because back in the day, I was into fitness. I used to do HIIT classes, I used to do spinning classes. I was all in it for my well-being. But the last 2 years, I've just went downhill. So I know when I say I actually want to get into fitness in 2022, I know I might be lying before I go into the 2022, but I don't actually want it to happen. I want to sort of, so when you are all saying that you want to do it, maybe we can all pick each other up.
Right.
Let's
I
do
want
it. Hey,
to
Holtz, I'm gonna put your name in my videos. I'm gonna be like, I hope Holtz is out there because next video we're gonna check in with him.
Exactly. I'll be skipping like Rocky Balboa and everything. I'll be watching Climax doing his squats, deep
Well,
squats, and
Hey,
you know, Spectre, you have to
getting
name
on
you have
those
to name
spots, man.
something. So we know Spectre's deadlifting more than anyone else.
Dude,
well,
let
to,
me
to
hold on. Let
add,
me I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
Let
no,
me
no,
say
no.
this because now
Yeah.
we got more people on here. I want to read those top 10 things again that people say they're gonna do, but they don't
Yeah.
follow through with it. So, and these are not like at the highest to the lowest, they're just top 10 things. Um, lose weight or get fit, quit smoking, learn something new, eat healthier or diet, get out of debt or save money, spend more time with family, travel to new places, be less stressed, volunteer, and drink less. And I think we all agree that that's drink less alcohol.
Right.
But what you were saying, Spectre?
Well, I was just saying to add to Holt's point is just that you're not gonna like what you're doing, um but do it, but you're gonna thank yourself later.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, because I had this lovely fitness instructor. Her name was Sheena. She was a lovely woman. She was a machine. She could do tuck jumps and squats and burpees till the cows came home. And she went, you never regret it after you've done the workout. It's before the workout you try and put yourself down, but afterwards you feel better. And I always did feel better. But Suave's just mentioned a list. Suave's mentioned a list from chat. And I really wanted to get involved in Japanese. I've got a lovely partner that I would love to go and see in Japan. Because of COVID restrictions the last 2 years, I sort of went, what's the point? I'm restricted. And I never stuck to learning the language. Now, I kick myself now that 2 years has passed, and I think to myself, why didn't I commit? Why didn't I commit? And that's what's put me down now. So in 2022, I need to sort of shed this sort of deadbeat attitude and commit to something that I've got a passion in.
Good point, man.
Yeah, that is good.
But Holtz, I will say this though, she was partially right. She said, you don't want to do it before, and you'll always feel better. You will until that second day when you're sore as hell.
Well, you see, the whole point is what made me laugh about like doing like this same hit workout in 20 minutes is it was always tough, and every time you see the girls leave the class, I was like, do you want to come for a coffee? And before I spat them words out, it was half an hour. Times went past, and I was crawling home. And it's not pleasant, is it? It's not pleasant. And the next day, when you can't move, you can barely walk up the stairs. But of course, after time, your muscles get used to it. That you start laughing at it. You start end up squatting and lunge jumping up the stairs. Like, I'm so fit. I'm pretty sure Suave and Cowboy could do it. They should demonstrate it to us.
Man, I need to get back. Like I said earlier, you have to break that barrier, get back, and prepare your body for what's to come. I love that burning
goals,
feeling. Yeah,
and
dude,
see, on
YouTube,
there's so many great motivation speeches that I think to myself, oh, that was powerful. Like, once you get hit, it's about how you get hit and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there eating pizza going, wow, that's a powerful message.
So I want to address this real quick that Wingstar just put. He said, what has everyone done new this year, 2021? I'm guessing he's referring to something maybe we haven't tried in the past.
Right. I'm trying to think because my life, because I do so much content, I have like schedules, right? I come home from work, I stream at 5:30. When I'm done my stream, me and Sandy watch a show or something. The weekends I'm usually going to, I don't know if I've done anything new this year, to be honest with you. That's interesting. Yeah, I switched stuff up, but I don't think I've.
As hard as it sounds to me, my new thing was a thing that I never believed. But as long as I stayed safe and home, I was one of them people who was scared of COVID and stuff like that. I didn't want to move out, so I started ordering food to my door, which is not a positive. It's sort of a negative, but it's something new that in my life because I used to cook and be very active. So I've put my progression back. I sort of wish that I was, learning Japanese. I wish I was in the gym, and I wish that because of COVID, I feel like I've sort of regressed. And it's not something that I want to be in the future going forward, but I admit it's something new in my sort of frame of mind. And I wish I wasn't in this frame of mind, but I think it's society and news and politics and stuff that has sort of made me this way this year. So I hope it's not.
But
I hope it's not like sort of too negative for people, but I'm sort of reflecting on this year how it's something new in my life.
So I think that the new thing for me is, and I'm just going to be quite honest, being a part of a community that does live stream and everything. That's me. And in Germany, they have already experienced the new year. Happy New Year.
Happy
Oh
New Year.
yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to the lovely German people of the
And
Stadia community.
and you know
Yep.
what? Let me say something, Suave. You made me think. Yeah. So we Spectre and I created the SBC. Yeah, this year in 2021. So technically, yeah, this is all new for me in 2020. I never was a part of a network of streamers before. So that, yeah, the Stadia Bash Community Network is new for me.
Hmm,
So in 2021.
nice. I I think that this trying new things is a great thing to do, man. There's a plethora of things that you can always try and never run out of time for it. You can always, I know this lady, she inspired me to work out. This lady, you can look up on YouTube, but she started working out, never worked out ever in her life. She started working out at 50 years old,
Mm.
and she was ranked second or third when she started entering in these weightlifting contests and stuff. But I thought to myself, I said, if a 50-year-old lady can, and she's not big and muscular, she's definitely like cut and slim and everything, but she's not big and muscular. But there's some things that a 50-year-old cannot do, I guess, at that level. But I thought to myself, if a 50-year-old lady can just set a stand and just say, hey, I'm gonna do this and push through it, and even go further and enter in competitions and stuff, what is my excuse? You know what I'm
Exactly. Do you
saying?
know, do you know what,
Like,
Suave, mate?
what's my excuse?
That's perfect. Because on YouTube, I've seen older women, more past 50 than them in the 70s, and
Yeah.
they've started doing marathons. They started off, and they've got a group of friends that push them. And I'm like thinking to myself, how have they done that? We sort of like, we're confused how they done that, but they've got the passion and willpower to do it.
Right.
And we should be
Mhm.
inspired by these. We shouldn't be going, I could do that, because could we really do these marathon runs? We should start saying, I know, how about we go for our arse and start doing it? And maybe we could be like them. And that's what
Mhm.
I've been looking at of the last. And there was a guy that I seen on YouTube about 2 weeks ago. He was about 80, and his acrobatic skills on the bar. And he was holding these positions for like 10 seconds and flipping back up. I was like, if that's an 80-year-old man that can do that, we have got no excuse.
Yeah. Well, you know what's cool is you say that, Holt. So this year, so my birthday was April 13th, and you know what's crazy? I never put out my birthday video. Damn, I definitely don't have enough time. I don't think I do it now. But I guess it was be coming in 2022. But I kept saying leading up to my birthday that I was gonna do a backflip on the ground because I never did that before. I only did it on a trampoline. And I just never practiced. So my friend was like, "Oh, well, you got like 3 months to your birthday. You better start practicing now." I said, "No, no, no, no. I don't want to. I want to kind of like learn like right before my birthday, so to be like fresh or whatever." And you guys kind of seen me get into it, and you know what,
Mhm.
putting it off, and I never did it. And
You know what, do you know what, Cowboy? Aren't you scared of this kind of stuff the more older you get? Because my niece and nephews, just a few months in summer, went, "Can you do a cartwheel?" And I thought to myself, "Can I do a cartwheel?" Of course I can do a cartwheel. They were looking at me, cheering me on. I tried to do it. I'd done a cartwheel, but of course, with gravity and the weight, I landed, but my rib popped. No one saw it, but I thought to myself, "Oh my God, never do that kind of stuff again." So you have to be responsible to know,
yeah,
can
yeah.
you do it? Or, you know what I mean?
Well,
Is your
my
body...
thing is that so I'm
Hold
not
on.
afraid of getting old,
Hey,
but go ahead.
I want Mr. Irwin to tell me about the 70-year-old bodybuilder whenever you get time after your story.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that Mr. Urban in my Discord is always posting videos, and he posted a video of this 70-year-old, and dude, she grabbed the weights and walked all the way to one side, and it was just amazing. I was like, I can't even do that. But my thing to answer your question, Holtz, is I I'm afraid of. I've been so physical my whole life from doing martial arts and you name it. When I was younger, I wanted to be a stuntman. Like I would run and jump and swing on a tree branch and let go and land on my back. Like I was just into running and jumping in bushes and stupid stuff, right? So as I got older, I was just always into just being physical. And like I'm afraid of the day I say I can't do something. So that every so often I hit the bag. just to stay flexible. I'm not as nowhere strong or flexible as used to be, but I don't want to lose it. And then I want to challenge myself and say, I turned 45. What if I could do something I never did before in my life, which was do a backflip on the ground? And in theory, I feel like I can do this because I never did a backflip on a trampoline. And my stepson and my son showed me a 3-minute video of a guy teaching you how to do a backflip. I practiced for 10 minutes and I was able to do a backflip. I even made it like an inspirational video on my channel. And I did it. So I feel like, yes, it's dangerous if I was to land on my head or something, right? But I'm willing to take that risk just to be able to do something I never did because I'm getting older. And I know they say your testosterone, you don't get as much. So I'm never going to probably be in shape as I used to. I mean, who knows? Right?
Do you know what? Everything scares me these days. I was on the sand dunes just literally like about 7 months ago, and I've jumped off the sand dunes, cartwheel, jumped off it and stuff like that. I was never scared. And a few months ago, I was there with my niece and nephews, and I was like, come on, let's jump off it. And I tried to run off it because I'm so used to it, and fear hit me. Poof, I wouldn't move. So I said, when I was a lot younger, I used to jump off, flitter like a butterfly, hit the sands, and run. So that in the end, after 3 excuses, I went, you know what? I ran, I jumped, I hit the floor, face palm the sands, and I just thought to myself, oh, I shouldn't be doing stuff that's not my age group.
I will say this: you would think flipping and landing in the water will be easier, but you got a point, and that scares me sometimes. Over the summertime, we went to this lake. And every time I try to do a flip, I just stopped in the air and land on my back or land on my stomach. And I'm like, so I'm telling myself I could do it on the ground. Maybe it's more of a motivator that if I hit the ground like that.
But you see, back in the wrestling days, the Hardy Bros used to do like the Santan, was it Santan Bomb? Yeah, and used to do a flip. And I remember when I was a lot younger, I was like, I can do that. But I thought to myself, I'm sitting there and I go, how dangerous is that? How dangerous is that move?
So I don't want to get too off subject on the flipping and so like back to the subject at hand, man. Because we talking about these New Year resolutions that people don't stick to. What is something that you guys think you would not stick to on that list? Based on the list, let's keep it. Or you know what, even better. If you have something in your head that you think that you would not, it don't have to be on the list. But you know for a fact you would not stick to it.
I always think like I can always go like 3 months plus without alcohol, and then it's just one of these moments throughout the year where I went like 3-4 months without it, and then a friend just goes, "It's only one," and they pick up the glass again. I go, "Oh, my drink's Jack Daniels and Pepsi Max. Oh, it's so good," and then I waste the next, 8 months just drinking it. But so I think I start off good until I'm sort of influenced in sort of the behavior and I sort of relapse back to that mentality.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Cowboy?
I'm afraid, to be honest with you guys. So my wife, and you guys seen the video if you did, my wife for Christmas got me violin lessons. And I always talked about how I want to play the violin. And then Bruce said, and he's an amazing guitarist, and he said, oh, playing the violin is harder than playing the guitar. And I was like, or learning, right? I was like, what? So I feel like sometimes I'm older, like how sharp is my brain? Like I worked at one job for 20 years and I went to a new job and all the people was younger than me and they was passing the tests. And I was like, why am I still on the test? So sometimes I feel like mentally, like, am I going to be good, sharp enough to finish the violin? So I'm going to definitely go through all the sessions. But I have this fear that I'm not going to be good enough to where I want to buy a violin and keep up with it.
Well, you need to get your confidence up, bro.
And that's it.
Because you're already in it.
I was saying this to Spectre the other day, who was playing the not Ninja guy, who was playing the piano, not Spectre, and he was doing Final Fantasy. I thought, oh my god, I've always wanted to do that. And there's a guy on stream with straight stage fright, and he's doing it. And so if that's a Cowboy, if Cowboy can just do a few tunes on his violin, I would be clapping.
Now you gotta put that on me.
No, but you'd be saying to us, Holtz, do so many push-ups. We're like, okay, if you play that song,
I got you.
I would say, for me, well, Spectre, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first.
Well, I don't really drink or smoke, so that doesn't really
Just
do anything for me.
anything that you
Um,
know for a fact you would not stick to.
Oh, it's definitely gonna have to be for I would say diet wise because well I mean I'm doing pretty good with what I do, but it's just sometimes those occasional moments where I'm just too lazy to cook. So I just go out and just get whatever fast food. That's
Okay,
pretty yeah, that's pretty much it.
this is for you, Cowboy. Check this out. You see that?
Oh, see what? Oh, sorry.
This message, that's for you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, my bad. I had to mute myself. Let me see.
What you were saying, mother effer?
Oh, he said, yeah, that's what I want to say. He said, I play the violin and it's easier than you think. You definitely can do it. Oh, I appreciate that. I think you're just saying that. Listen, Bruce is the man that makes all our intro music. And he said it was harder to learn. Well, I guess. Listen, I'm going to do it regardless. So
Well, I mean, there's people out there that learn differently too, so that's something to keep in mind.
I mean, let's be honest. Learning martial arts, that's not an easy task. And you did that.
So, now that's true because I felt that was easy.
You know, I thought it was easy too, but you and I know for a fact that's not easy. You can't go through the door like, oh, I know how to street fight, so
well, everybody
this would be easy. But you know,
once
it's not.
You got the right person teaching you, and it's also about how flexible you are. So that was just my lucky point. Martial arts came easy to me because I was just always in shape and I always ran around doing dumb stuff and wrestling and all that.
So here's one for you guys. Here's a question. Do you think we fool ourselves with YouTube that we can actually learn a piano or violin or martial arts or dieting? Do you think we actually should go to the professionals and spend our money to sort of aid us? Or do you think we're a fool to believe that we've got our own willpower that we can succeed by watching YouTube videos?
You know what, though? I used to call myself a YouTube mechanic, and I fixed a bunch of stuff from watching YouTube.
Same here.
Even today, I was trying to figure out, like, how do I do the thing on Discord? Oh, Spectre, I should ask you. You know a lot about Discord. But I was trying to figure out, how do I make my Discord, like Bat Pixie? His Discord, whenever he tweets something, he got a little tweet thing, and it tweets in his Discord. And wherever he posts a video, it does it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch YouTube. And Mr. Herberworld put the video for me. He was like, oh, here's a video. Watch it. So I don't know, man. I think YouTube changed a lot, Holtz. I think a lot of people are learning so much stuff on YouTube. Like me, I learned the backflip from watching a YouTube video. So,
man, you see this fool, Mr. Herberworld. Look, Mr. Herberworld, I was just about to say something good about you, bro. But because you were boosting Cowboy on to do this, and now you just started drama.
Do you know what? If he just waited a few more seconds,
if he waited just a few, I was like, man, this man's hyping you up when typically he's like, trolling, and now he's back to trolling.
There you go.
So I would say, man, before I even do that, I didn't know you had a business, Mr. Herberworld. If you'll just drop that link, man, I'll promote you.
Never do it. Everything is secret about him. Just know that. You'll never know one thing about him. We don't know his real name. We never seen him. We never heard him. And he tells everything. Oh, I got all these businesses. I can speak 5 languages. I could do that. He could do all this stuff, but we have never seen any of it.
Well, look here, brother. If you want Suave to support you, I'm here. I'm just opening the door for that. Moving on. And I want to say that my thing, man, is not eating certain things, because I cannot say that I'm gonna go a whole year or even 6 months or even 3 seconds without eating an oatmeal cookie because I just finished one.
I thought you were talking about like gluten-free, vegan, plant-based. I thought you were saying them terminologies, and there he goes, cookie.
So
looking great eating cookies, Suave.
Man, let me tell you. Cookies, like, not all cookies. I don't want everyone to think that I eat a lot of sweets. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I mean, you can look at me and tell that. But I do enjoy myself a good oatmeal cookie.
Really? An oatmeal cookie?
With some raisins in it.
I can't go without drinking soda.
You know?
Yeah, but see, it shocks me, Cowboy and Suave, hearing this cookies and soda. You got really great teeth, and I'm like, no,
Well, because I don't eat it much. I don't eat it as much. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know if Cowboy's drinking through a straw or something. The great
No, I
teeth.
drink a lot of soda, but you know what's weird, Holtz? When I first started going, so this was crazy. When I obviously I was young, I went to dentist with my mom. And then for whatever reason, I stopped going with my mom. So I think the last time I went to dentist was I was like 9, right? And then I started going to the dentist when I was 29. So I didn't go for 20 years. And when I went to the dentist, they was like, you have no cavities, nothing. I don't know. It was like some weird stuff. They was like, maybe the town you lived in had a lot of fluoride in the water. So I had exceptionally great teeth as far as being strong. And about a year ago, it was my first cavity in my whole life. So it's crazy.
I didn't get my first cavity until I'm 38. I didn't get my first cavity until I was 36.
Wow, you guys are impressive. You guys are.
And actually, they said the same thing to me, man. Now, I'm from Mississippi, so the water is different in Mississippi compared to Texas. I hate even brushing my teeth with Texas water, man. It's different. But that's exactly what the dentist told me. Exactly. So that's so weird, man.
I can see Suave and Cowboy eating their stuff and the sort of water pulling through their teeth, their fluoride water going, oh, so good. Clean my teeth.
Yep.
I'm not, you know what the thing is?
Oh, no. So hold on. Let me clear that up. Cloudbuster. This is a sweet tea, brother. This is
tea. That's why I said it earlier. You know what's funny? I didn't realize that. I was like, what do you think we think? Because I don't drink it all. So I'm so I don't even know. If you told me to go to the store to buy you some alcohol, I would mess it up. I don't know nothing about alcohol. So when you said earlier, this is sweet, I was like, what else we thought it was? Because my brain don't think. I keep forgetting what alcohol look like.
Here's one for you. When I say the word poison, I mean it's your go-to. That's a bad habit. I just admitted before that mine's Jack Daniels. I sort of like having a Jack Daniels when I watch movies. What is your go-to bad habit that you would say you admit it's poison to ourselves? It doesn't matter if it's a sugar high. It doesn't matter if it's alcoholic. It doesn't matter if it's whatever. Do you have one?
So Holtz, before I was married, I would say women. So I never did drugs. I never did alcohol. I was always straight edge, but man, did I love me some women. But other than that, it would be soda. I think I know soda's not good for you, and I drink a lot of it, So.
Do you know, I was in Florida a few years back, and I never drank soda, and I just couldn't be bothered going 3 miles down the road to the certain store, and that's how I got addicted to Pepsi Max. A nice cold ice Pepsi Max, and that is one thing that I've not broke the habit, but I know I need to. I don't drink coffee, don't drink tea, barely drink alcohol, but I know that Pepsi Max, I drink that in literally 1 liter, 2 liters a day.
Hold on, what's Pepsi Max? It's called Pepsi Max.
Yeah, they say it's Pepsi with reduced sugar, but it's still corn syrup. It's still all the bad stuff in it, but they sort of just use the terminology that's less sugar.
That's great. So let's gear it back towards the New Year's resolutions. Get back at it, man. But I do enjoy the conversation. This is great. I love socializing. I think the best thing about life is meeting new people and having a great time. But I definitely want to stay on topic. I think that New Year's resolutions are something that you have to be willing to do all the way through. I mean, anyone can do it. If you really want to do it, man, anyone can do it. Like if you, for example, but this is how you got to look at it. Because, I look at this and this helped me do things. If someone say, hey, man, Beyonce is going on a date with the first guy that can call this number right here, how quick would you do that? She just got divorced, yada, yada, how fast would you do that compared to, hey, I want to just save some money, just saying something, or lose some weight, If there's some motivating you to do it and the motivation is pretty high and it keeps your attention, I think you can do it,
Well, Suave, I'm sure you got Beyonce on your phone. Can you actually tell her say
Not
that I look
Beyonce,
good.
maybe Vivica, but you know,
Yeah, just tell her to drop a like that she likes my picture, and I'll definitely do some push-ups to challenge.
man, let me tell you. You know what? Real quick, and we're gonna move on. If I had Halle Berry number, bro, ha, ha,
It's over.
boy, I love me some Halle. I don't care how crazy that woman is. I
Love me
love
some
her to
Denise
death,
Richards.
I
Huh?
just watched Jessica Alba on Hot Wings a few weeks back, and I'm like, if Jessica Alba can come in and tell me to whip my ass into shape, I'll be like, Jessica, of course I'll do it for you, baby.
I was
I
saying
got, I
Denise
got that,
Richards.
Mr.
Right.
Bro. I understand that, bro. But what you were saying, Cowboy?
No, I was saying Denise Richards was it for me.
Okay, hey, we got this is a conversation for the Man Cave show. We'll have that. You know what I'm saying? The Man Cave show.
Denise,
Save that.
just quickly, Denise Richards was a good choice, man.
So, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that if someone, if what do you think about this? Like New Year's resolutions. What I know we mentioned some of the things that people don't fall. Why people don't fall through? Give me some other things. Why do you think people don't fall through with these things?
Well, to me, it's a psychology of believing in that date, that new year, we will change ourselves to be a new person, or the type of ideology that on Monday we will start our week fresh. So I think that's what we believe, which we lie to ourselves all week and all year, that we'll change ourselves at that point.
Yeah.
So I believe that if we want to change, we should do it on the day we decide to do it, not wait for the pinnacle point.
Yes.
So,
Okay. So like Cloudbuster, and I'll be reading these in between y'all comments. Cloudbuster said his New Year's resolution, the New Year's resolutions should be achievable.
Yeah.
So something that that's realistic. You know you can do this. You know what I'm saying? It's not something outrageous. Like I on one of those things, travel to new places. I mean, come on now, you know how fine it takes money to do that. So if you ain't got the money and you ain't had it all year,
Right.
then you know you might not want to make that New Year's. You may travel to one or two places.
Let me ask
You
you
know,
this, Suave. Do
go
you
ahead.
think me doing a backflip in 2022 is a hard one for me?
No, not at all. So to be clear, I'm a very optimistic person. So I don't think anything's hard, difficult. I don't believe in the word can't. I don't believe in any. I don't put energy in none of that stuff. So I think that anyone can do anything that any person on this planet can do. You just have to go through the training and get the proper tools to do that job.
Right.
You know, like man, you can work out with no equipment and still be just as big, just as fit
Yep.
as another person. You know what I'm saying? Now, will they have an edge on some things? Yeah, but dude, there's so many other things. Like there's no excuses. It can be done. You just have to work at it. You have to believe in yourself. If you want to pick up that violin and learn how to play it, man, will it take you 2 or 3 months to be perfect at it? Maybe. It may even take you a month. You know, it may take you a week to be just perfect. You may be a prodigy, but your finish line is not someone else's finish line.
yeah, but
You
you
know what
see,
I'm saying?
the whole concept of fitness is what I've heard is 80% is in the kitchen, 20% is in the gym or workout. So when people say, I'm going to hit the gym, I'm going to smash it hard and get a good stamina and physique, they have to understand that it's their life choice to start having healthy eating to sort of help them lose weight. It can't just be how many burpees, squats, lunges can you do. It's got to be how much can I intake and sort of burn throughout the day. So it's got to be sort of a well-being going forward, not just the idea of working out.
Yeah, it's a good point because the other day I was like, you know what? I want to get back in shape. And if I really have a problem with it, then I'll go back to intermittent fasting because that's more dieting. So Holtz is right. You know, it's like sometimes we just like you just said, Suave, it's perfect thing. It's components of getting to what we want. So you said if you wanted to travel so much, but last year you didn't have that much money, you're probably gonna make the same money this year. Then you're doing an unrealistic expectations, right? You're telling yourself, I'm gonna do this and that. But again, you don't have the means to do this and that.
But you
Right.
see,
Well,
my means was I saved up to go and meet some special person in Japan. I was going to learn the language. I was going to meet her up and stuff like that. And it wasn't me. It was the restrictions that were put on me that I started to realize I can't even visit this country if I wanted to, even with double vaccines. And that's what sort of brought me down. That when is there going to be normality in the world? And I shouldn't be thinking like this because I should be challenging myself all the time. But I knew I was restricting myself this year.
Right. But like, all right, so for example, on the whole, let's use the traveling thing. And Mr. Overmore said the goal is to be better than you are yesterday. Now, I think that's a great thing. That is a wonderful thing. If you're still the same person that you were, and we're relating this to goal setting because this really what New Year resolutions are. They're goal settings. You know what I'm saying? They're setting goals.
Look,
And if you're still the same person you were prior to this resolution, then and you haven't made any progress. So for example, you want to travel many places. What was your mistake of not doing that last year when you planned to do that?
well,
Maybe
come
you
on,
need
guys.
to save more money, and then and let's take COVID and let's take all the restrictions away, all that away.
Yeah.
Let's say you can clearly do it if you have the money. So if a person said, I want to try many places, okay, realistically speaking, you may travel in a year, maybe 1 or 2 places. And that's if we're talking about out of the country. We're living in a world that you have to work all the time, unless you have like this a lot of time and you just got it to have. And even if that is, then you need the money to do that.
Yeah, but come on,
So all
Suave.
these things have to be factored. Go ahead, Hope.
You have to think like that. Yesterday, we bettered ourselves from the person we are yesterday. But yesterday's person, that who I was like, I will wait till New Year. And then when we start getting into the work in New Year, we're like, okay, I'll wait up until I start getting a week off holiday.
right.
And then you start making excuses. I'll start looking good when I've got a family event. I'll start looking good when I've got a holiday. I'll start doing this when I need to. And we start putting these restrictions on ourselves that we never had yesterday. So that's how I feel how we start our new year. We have a good mindset and we all go, okay, next year I want to blah, 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 blah. But then as the year progresses, we put restrictions on ourselves because that's what I think that's what the human mind does. It just doesn't want to do it for a lot of us, should I say.
So what do you think about what does everybody think about what Ms. Thurmanware just said? He said that I think a simple change of mindset is the right step towards goals. You can change your outlook instantly, easily said and done, but possible. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, so this is I think he had a good point. When I go to the gym, I call it like the gym mentality. So like I don't want to go to the gym when I'm home sitting on the couch, right? But once I step in that door, it's on. Like I don't slack once I walk in the door because I'm already there. So, but the whole thing is the mind to get me there. So what he's saying is powerful. If I could just tell myself, dude, just get up right now, throw your shoes on or whatever, because that's a step. But it's all about the mind. So he is right. But one thing you left out, Hoach, you was like, 80% is in the kitchen, and 20% is working out. But the mentality is so important because that's what makes you go in the kitchen, and that's what makes you get up to go to the gym.
But here's one thing, Cowboy. I actually changed my membership to be flexible for 24 hours. I thought, well, I'm sick of life restricting me. So after work or where I can squeeze hours, and instead of gaming or sitting there watching Netflix, I will go to the gym. So I expanded my membership to cover me 24 hours. That doesn't mean I actually go in the hours I said I was going to be. I still fall into the couch and go, oh, should watch The Witcher, Cobra Kai. And that's where the problem. I had good intent when I subscribed to these, that I committed to this like direct debit for 12 months. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to better myself. But then in the end, I'm like, it's just another hour. And I feel like the brain doesn't want to do that. We believe we should be doing it, but I feel like we've just got two sides of ourselves where we believe we should be bettering ourselves, but the brain just goes, relax, kick your feet up. You've had a hard day in work. Watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so I think that the mind is definitely a powerful thing when it comes to these things, man. And it plays a very important part. If you're not prepared mentally, like for example, telling yourself that you can do this and still rooting yourself on to motivate yourself to do these things, you've already defeated yourself. If you
Yeah.
cannot do that, like when I said earlier, putting the word "can't" in your in your vocabulary related to your ability to do something,
Yeah.
you're already defeating yourself. And that's just my opinion. But I
Well,
think we're saying the same things, that you have to prepare before you step forward. Go
and
ahead, Holtz. Oh, I mean, go ahead, Cowboy.
No, Spectre.
oh,
Oh, okay, go ahead, Spectre.
thank you. Well, well, to add to that, if if it's something that's hard for you, as we mentioned earlier, take the small steps, and also change how the way your tactics, like how do you approach things, because
Hmm.
for me it was hard. It was getting harder for me to go to the gym, so instead I just started doing calisthenics and pretty much just like resistance bands. So I've been still consistently hitting all the goals that I've been doing, and um, in terms of hard can be achieved. It's possible, um, but impossible takes a little longer. So
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean,
take
Spectre,
small steps.
it's
Yeah.
spot on what you're saying, and so what Mr. Airboard's saying. Small wins can get us to the goal that we want over time, instead of actually
Hmm.
focusing on major wins. So you have to start with the resistance bands and small. It gradually evolves into that mentality. Look, I'll do more. Where when we start the new year, we think we can go above and beyond ourselves. We sort of got like a whole year, but that's not how fitness and change works, because we've got our whole life ahead of us that we should start doing small little steps to gradually change our life.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that this has been a great talk, man. I'm looking at the timer now, so I definitely want to end it while we have the points in there, man. I thank everyone from being here. It so many good people out there, man, that's willing to support this channel. So I thank you guys so much, and you make me keep going. I don't care if it's just one person, two people. Well, I know for sure I'm always have one person watching my stuff. You know what I'm saying? At least, yeah, one person. You know,
Well, I'm loving joining these conversations, because I know, like Cowboy said, he's going to do dance sessions. He wants to do violin.
mm-hmm.
I know Mr. Urban World says he's going to get an all-in-one grill, and he's going to start cooking food himself. I know he's
Right.
going to lay off the soda, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, guys, you show me what you're doing, and I'll definitely show you. And let's all
Right.
just hype ourselves up for the next year, and we can all become better people. I'm like, this is
I
great
want to
that we're talking.
see. I want to see that chain that he gonna make for Suave, man. Cause like if he make and not a gold chain, some silver or white gold, I'm cool with that. You know, I'll wear it for you, bro. And matter of fact, I got a story with that, because in college I had a belt that had Suave on it, and maybe next year, I'm gonna show that belt on one of my videos. But
I love the way Suarez go. Next year, I'll show you my belt when I
yeah,
actually fit in it.
yeah, it's I definitely cannot fit. I have to put some links on. 'Cause I was like slimmer. But anyway, um, anyone have anything to say before we go?
Yeah, I'll jump in there. I just want to say it's been a pleasure meeting you. I said a lot of good stuff on my video, but to say on your video so your viewers could see, it's been really cool meeting you, man. We've done a bunch of videos together, and I know 2022 is going to bring a lot more of you and myself. I could just see that our personalities match. But I want everybody watching this, man. Tell people about his channel. Suave has a lot of stuff. He's not a one-trick pony, and he's willing to do a bunch of different topics. And I think stuff like this is really cool because the audience could say, "Oh, I thought he just played video games, right?" But there's a lot more to video games. It might be our hobby, but there's a lot of cool topics that could be discussed, even like you having the show on superpowers. So I want to
Mhm.
just say I love your channel. I like what you're doing. I admire your personality, and I'm happy and I'm excited to see what you do in 2022.
Yeah, I'm the same as Cowboy. I just think that I'm drawn to your personality, Suave. You know, you always smile and you're so positive. You've got like really great topics that I feel like I can relate to. So yes, I'm the same. I'm glad I actually tuned in and looking forward to see where you go in 2020 to
Nice.
2022. No.
Man, appreciate it. And look, before Spectre say anything, I want everyone that was watching this, man, put your comments in the video on what's a New Year resolution and what's a New Year resolution you know you're not gonna do. I would love to see those, man. And I'll definitely come back with something. Go ahead, Spectre.
Well, I agree with everybody saying, Swabe, you are absolutely an absolute joy to be part of our community, and you know I love the content that you and Stadia Pro have been making, like the Man Cave episodes. I'm really enjoying. I'm gutted that I didn't get a chance to join the first episode.
Hey, the next episode coming, bro, and you're welcome to join. You know,
thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, you've been a great guest as well on my show too. I really love the energy
anytime,
you bring up all
anytime.
the time. but yeah, I'm looking forward to next year, and it's been great meeting you. And may this be the start of many.
Okay.
A toast.
And I want to say, man, first of all, when I get off this game, I'm going to play some Marvel's Avengers. So if you're willing to play with me, let's do it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
And Suave, can I just say, in the next 23 minutes, it's the United Kingdoms and West Europe New Year. So wishes all a happy New Year, guys. And we'll come around to
yes.
Happy
Man,
New
happy
Year.
New Year, bro. Happy New Year. And the next thing I want to say, man, is I give nothing but love out there. I love everyone. So we're going to also keep peace in there. And till next time, man, let's get this thing cracking on the climax. I'm going to leave y'all out with an outro.
More than the story, this the life that I chose. Bank salad, win, lose, and draw. Win, lose, and draw.